The following episode may contain sensitive content. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. How's it going?
How are you, Tracey DeZumba?
I'm good. I'm not 100%, but I'm not sick anymore like last week. So that's fun.
You sound so much better, actually.
Goodness, I know.
You and I have been talking for a while, and I just remembered that you were really bad.
Hacking up lungs.
Is the cough better?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because it was at that point where it's you can't sleep. Because every time you lay down and you're just
there's that tickle.
Yes, it's the worst. So it's just you can't get any rest. And
I wonder what that is, scientifically. What is the tickle?
Right.
What is that thing that goes in there, and because it could be phlegm, but phlegm is a bigger deal,
right.
It's something bigger. But if it's a dry cough, what's tickling me?
Is it your trachea or something, it's dry, so when the air hits it a certain way, I don't know, I'm not a doctor.
Hey, you might be in the right track, because I have no.
I'm trying to sound
idea.
so smart, and I bet I am so wrong.
I know. They're well, actually, the trachea has nothing to do.
Right?
With
They're
it.
probably what a fucking dumbass.
Doctors be screaming at the podcast right now.
Yeah, they're stick to movies.
Yeah, they're you know what? You don't know anything about this topic, bitch.
I don't at all. And you know what? I'm not professing that I do. So if anybody does know, let us know. That'd be great.
Yeah. Let us know. And talking about doctors, I just came from the doctor. Our favorite doctor for the ladies, OBGYN.
Yes.
Got to get that puff smeared on, you always have to be on top of that shit.
Yeah.
And, I always build it up in my head per usual, expectation. I'm I don't want to get it done. I don't want to get it done. I don't want to get it done. It wasn't that bad,
Right.
Done and done, getting all my tests done too, making sure my hormones are fine, But I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing more humbling than peeing in a cup as a woman. Don't you think?
Yes.
It's you're there in that uncomfortable position, and you're just moving that cup around, trying. I'm trying to paint a picture for Tracey, and some of you might be fast forwarding this part, but you're there trying to make sure it doesn't spill. It's just, it humbles
and it's
you.
warm and
Quickly.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's so warm.
It's so gross.
Yes.
And
why is it so warm?
And I'm not gonna lie, I've accidentally peed on my hand before.
Of course.
So it's
hello.
You have to get out of the bed because you can't flush, and then you have to give it to them. And I'm I need to wash my hands. It's I hate it. I hate doing urine tests.
God forbid, there's a stream that's coming out in a different. You're wait, and and then it touches your hand. And you know what I was thinking? At this doctor's office specifically, they're they show you to the bathroom. They're there's your cup, and then once you pee, just put it through that window.
Oh yeah.
And I was oh, okay, great. So you open the little thing for the people that are not watching us. Obviously, it's you open a little. It looks like a little cabinet.
Yeah.
But it's metal. And I peed on the cup and I cleaned myself. You know, they have wipes and everything, which is great. And all I kept thinking after I put my pants up and put the cup there, I was like, thank God I put my pants up first. Because when you open that thing where you're going to put
like a tech there,
put the cup,
the person,
it's like a full-on office open with like a bunch of people there. Can you imagine, Tracy, if I would have just like opened that with my pants down?
I'm sure people have. You know what, the things that like nurses,
I'm sure
and
they've
doctors,
seen it all.
Because I was like, I wonder if anybody's done more than pee. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like you get a little nervous.
I mean, and it's, you know, it's like it's an OBGYN office, so it's and they're like 4 of them because it's like a family. It's like 3 daughters and their mom. They are all you know, they all work together. It's super cute. But oh my God, I was like, I put my pants up, dying to wash my hands, of course. I also wiped the cup around because I was like, you know how it be.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then I put it there, and I was like, and when I opened the thing, I was like, oh my God.
You're like, hi.
Thank God. Yeah, I could have just been like, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Here's my,
how you doing there?
Here's my fresh urine for you.
It's nice and hot.
Oh, get them all as hot, yeah.
Yeah. But I swear to God, like, the whole appointment, great. And I was like, that was the most humbling thing, just peeing in that freaking cup.
It really is.
One more thing that we cannot do graciously as women. You know? Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Oh. But it was great. So just gentle reminder for all the listeners, go to the doctor, you know. I just went for a checkup, you know, but it's just important as we get older, you know, be on top of things before to prevent.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. I'm the worst. I haven't been to the doctor in years.
You have to.
I know. I'm just terrible. It's just like such a fear because growing up it was like every time I went to the doctor there was something wrong with me, you know, like I had hepatitis, I have asthma, I have this,
I have that. Hepatitis.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, when I was 5. I mean, there's what, A, B, and C, so whichever wasn't sexual, because obviously I was 5. I was 5 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like,
oh my God.
Every time, and I had to take so many medications, and so I'm just like,
girl, as a person that lived in the hospital, me, all the time when I was little, you know, you haven't been in a few years. So once you go there and see that the process is fast now, everything is online too, like forms and stuff, you just fill that shit out. Yeah. You'll be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Again, I think it's like the anticipation and the expectations that we have always of the little things that we should do and that we don't do.
Right.
So.
And that they're going to tell me, like, oh, you have this thing wrong with you, you know.
Yeah. They're not going to say anything. You're fine. They're going to be like, hey, you're fine. They're going to, like, recommend things. They asked me, like, what are your vitamins? And I was like, well, I can tell you that I like collagen and multivitamin, but that shit isn't consistent at all.
Yeah.
You know? And they're like, you're right. They just write it down.
And their messy-ass handwriting that nobody will be able to read.
Only them, you know? It's like that. But, yeah. It's important.
I need to go.
Wait, we haven't even introduced ourselves. Oh, hello, everyone. This was Go to the Doctor Corner.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And also,
welcome to The Show Must Go On. How's everyone doing?
I'm Tracy.
And I'm Nikki, and we're here to judge. I always say that, and I don't think it's like it has caught up, or has it? Who knows?
I love it.
We will know.
I mean,
eventually.
That's what we do.
Okay.
We judge. We judge movies. We judge TV. We judge other people. Judge myself.
Yeah.
So.
I also love judging. So
it's fun. It's fun. fun.
It's
I just
so
always
much
have
fun,
thoughts.
especially when it's not like ill intent. You know, we do it for fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, we're gonna be mean to this person. No, we're just sharing our opinions and thoughts, and that's what we're doing.
We're having a connecting
Have you seen?
moment.
Exactly, and we're welcoming you in it.
Yes.
Have you watched anything aside of what we're discussing today?
So I watched the first episode of a newer documentary on Netflix called This Is the Zodiac Speaking.
Ooh, wait, is that new? Because I feel like I've seen another Zodiac documentary.
There's been several, but I think this one is newer and it's more targeted on a specific suspect.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, I'll watch it. Do you think it's like solid?
Yes,
As
it was
of
in
the first
it was
episode?
really interesting.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, good. I started watching season 2 of Shrinking.
Good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's good writing, and it's kind of like wholesome-ish, you know, and this is like, it's warming your heart, it's light, you know, for when you need something lighter. I'm just sad that there's only like, it's a new show, so it's only 2 seasons.
Right.
But yeah, I've been watching that. Dance Moms, obviously.
Duh.
But there was this show that I saw, either a show or a movie. I think it's a movie on Apple TV. And it's, like I saw the trailer for it. So it was Brad Pitt and George Clooney, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It was something like The Wolves, something like that.
Yeah.
And it looked really interesting, so I do want to watch it. I had like a busy weekend, which is so unusual. Like, I was socializing, and on Friday, Tracy, I was drained.
Yeah.
Like in a way that I slept all the time on Sunday. Like, I would have windows of being awake. I drank a lot, but still, you know?
Yeah.
It was, oh God, I cannot wait for this weekend to be like, nobody talked to me.
Yeah. You had your
Yeah.
one weekend of socializing.
And then the weekend before that was like my birthday.
That's
So
true.
it was just like, oh God. And the weekend before that, it
No.
was like Disney. So it's just,
You need a month off to recuperate.
oh my God. I am done with people.
I know. I don't know how there are some people who just are constantly going out and doing things, and I'm like, I spend an evening out and I need a month.
You need a month to recover.
Yeah.
I also feel like a lot of people that are like that, they just have really like remote jobs and stuff. Because the other day I was thinking, actually yesterday, I was thinking like, yeah, it was one of those days that I woke up and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is going to be the rest of my life. I have to work every day.
Oh God. Yeah.
One of those days.
Yep.
And then I was like, okay, try to live in gratitude a little bit more. You know, you have a job. That's number one. I have an income. But then second, like, I always wanted a job like the one that I have. And then I was like, you know what? My job lets me be creative and socialize with people, face to face, interact with them. And I think if I had one of those jobs in front of a computer all day, that would be the thing that would make me want to socialize, because you really don't have any social interaction in like one of those type of remote jobs, you know? Because even when you're in an office, you're talking to people.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but like when you're at home all day in front of a computer, like meetings and, you know, Excel sheet, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that and I'm like, you know, the benefits of that is like, hey, you can travel, you can do it from anywhere,
Right.
you know? But for me, it's not my thing. And I was like, okay, just be grateful, because you probably wouldn't really be able to do any other kind of job, you know. But talking about socializing, I think it like tops with the fact that my job is super social.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so my battery is just like, recharge please soon.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's draining
Yeah.
to like be on all the time.
Yep. And you know, like even when I come home, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna shut down a little bit. It's hard for Trey to understand these moments because he's in front of a computer all day.
Yeah.
But I do try to like, you know, have a moment of like quietness and centering myself, because the music also at my job,
Mm-hmm.
like I have to play music. So yeah, living in gratitude, that's like something that, you know, I always wish I had this job. And now I'm bitching about it. I'm like, okay, I need to calm down.
No, I get
And
it.
it's not even like bitching
Yeah.
about it. It's like I socialized so much over the weekends that I woke up and I was like, you seriously? Seriously.
Yeah. You're just
When the
tired.
alarm went off,
Yeah.
I was like, no way. There's no way.
Yeah. It's okay.
Or like when Trey's alarm goes off, he's like, oh boy.
It's starting. Here we go. I mean, but I think that's
Here it goes.
that's normal. I think most people, it's like, okay, like I have to start my day. I can't just lay around.
I just need like more people to listen to the podcast so I can just do this.
I know.
You know, for the like, I
Yeah.
fucking love doing this. Also, by the way, we have to be better. This is like a major segue that nobody really cares about, but for Tracy and I, we have to check our spam email, because we had like 2 good spam emails, and I was like, oh no, and I saw them today and they were sent a long time ago. Oopsie.
Yeah, I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I check the email, but I don't go into the spam.
Right.
So
Maybe I'll do that like
I'll
on
just
a
have to pay attention to
weekly
that.
basis. I'll just like go in, check it
it's
out.
so easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just once
Yeah,
I
100%.
like, I'm a routine person. So like once I like, if I say to myself, okay, Sunday is the day, and I'm gonna go in and just like check it, and then I just do it every Sunday, and then it's fine. So I just need to
Yeah.
put it in there.
Just click on that spam.
Right.
Click on it.
Exactly.
But I think that's it. That's all I watch. I like watch many more interviews of Anna Kendrick. I think I sent you like a bunch of TikToks about it. From, you know, she donated all the money she made, right?
No.
From the movie. She donated it to RAIN. So RAIN is, yes, so it's a thing for women. Fuck, I can't.
It's like a rape and assault.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Rape, Abuse, and Incest,
Oh, okay.
Incest National Network is a non-profit organization. It's the largest anti-sexual violence organization. So she donated all her money to that,
That's awesome.
which just speaks volume about her. And like, it also reminds me of the whole thing that happened with Blake Lively and how low-key she got canceled because of the way she
Handled press for
expressed herself and handled press for
it starts with us.
It ends with us. It ends
Fuck.
with us.
It starts
Yeah.
with us is the other one. So I
Uh-huh,
read one Colleen Hoover book and like I'm out. It's not for me.
You're like, this ain't it.
No.
So yeah, she like, it just shows the difference, and like the fact that she wanted to make the movie about how victims feel and how the woman feel,
Right.
feels throughout the movie. You know, like all the instincts and like, you know, the fear that we have just walking by ourselves.
Absolutely.
You know, so it was just really nice to know, to like keep hearing about these, you know, moments, and like the changing of the script last minute, you know, the rewriting last minute,
Right.
and you know, trusting herself that she was doing a good job. Because I think that's, you know, because when it's your first time, you're like, I don't know shit.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you have those moments of self-doubt. Especially when you, like,
And then
care about something so much
uh-huh.
and you want to do well, then it's like you put that extra pressure on yourself. Because I feel like sometimes if you don't give a shit, you're like, well, it is what it is. But you could tell, like, she really cared about how this was going to turn out.
Because I think this movie is... I keep thinking about, like, the performances, the storytelling. Like, for me, they should get nominated. Even for SAG Awards, you know, which is, like, by your peers. Do you think it's something that could be nominated?
I think she could get a nomination for directing.
Right? Yeah, I think so too. I also think of the girl that played Amy, which, by the way,
great.
has like a limb disability. We had no fucking idea, because that's how good her acting was.
The acting, but then also like her Anna's direction, because I never noticed it. So it's like the way that she must have had the camera. It wasn't the focus. It was, I guess, more like her face, her facial expressions.
Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, I need to probably rewatch it. They do show her hands.
Well, when
they're
she's tied, yeah, but I didn't even notice.
It just shows you how an amazing actress performs. You know, it's so good that you don't care about it. She's telling you a story with her face. And when she got the call that she got the job, she was at her coffee shop work as a barista.
Wow.
Isn't that insane? Because I am 100% sure after that role, Girlie is going to be booking jobs left and right.
Yeah. She said, well, I think I'm done here. And just like threw her apron up.
Took off her, the apron.
Yeah.
I was like, peace out, mofos.
Right. See ya, latte.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's a beautiful joke. I love it.
No. Don't
Oh, boy,
encourage
is
that. Terrible puns.
A beautiful dad joke.
I know, boy.
I like it. So yeah, I just listening to all of these things again, and like girls believing in girls, and you know, like listening to other actors talk about their experience with Anna and how she made them feel so safe all the time. And it's also like, because she's an actress, you know, she knows the feeling.
Right.
So it was just like it's like a good environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's all I have to say today about pop culture.
Oh, I was going to say, and we're done. Thanks so much for joining us. Just kidding.
Goodbye.
Yeah, just kidding. We're going to talk about our movie. Should we go into it? Do you want to?
Yes. All right. Well, you start, because I'm having a coughing fit right now.
Is this like osmosis? Am I transferring what I had last week to you?
No. The sip of the water. Well, not the sip of the water. The spit went the wrong way.
You know, I hate when that happens.
One of those.
It's also like, for me, I always get embarrassed. Like, I forgot how to swallow. Like, I've been doing it my entire life.
You're like, I forgot a basic thing. But also, like, if you think about it, I was thinking when people are like, drink water. And I'm like, that's not going to do anything, because the pipe where it's itching is a different one.
Yeah.
It's not where the water went in.
It's just all a mess. Yeah. I get it.
Oh, God. Get it together, people. Stop telling people to drink water.
Yeah. You drink enough water.
You want some
fine.
water?
Yeah. Want some water? Stop coughing. Oh, shut up. All right. Are you okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine now. I coughed it all out.
Excellent.
So the movie we're discussing today, I have a little synopsis here in front of me. So the movie that we're discussing today is Trap. It is streaming on Max. It's streaming on Apple TV, and it's streaming on Prime Video. So
You have your pick. Wow.
many places. Yes. It's also directed by M. Night, which is our favorite.
I know, right?
He has really good stories, you know, really, really, really good plots. That's what I'm gonna say. So, the small synopsis of this is: a father and a teenager attend a pop concert where they realize they are at the center of a dark and sinister event.
Yeah. That basically sums it up.
Yeah, but I just want to say from the top, it's, oh God.
Oh, wow. I'm ready for this.
The acting of this movie was horrible. And Josh Hartnett, this is a guy that I had a crush on when I was really young.
A lot of girls did, yeah. I will say though,
but it was like a
moments.
light crush. I had bigger crushes, you know. He was like, oh, he's cute, you know. But no, Tracy, there weren't moments. I don't know. And you know why I get upset is because it's a good plot.
It's interesting.
You know, for me, it's interesting. You know, it's different. It's something new. The acting, though. Okay, let me hear your thoughts.
Oh no! I mean, listen. I agree. The thing is, I found again. It's just sort of like one note. I was like, how long is this concert? Like they're just.
Oh, that was like 5 minutes in. I was like, can they stop singing?
And like they kept leaving and like also, taking breaks to go buy a shirt and then go get a snack and go do this.
You don't go back and forth. I said exactly the same thing. I said to Trey, I was like, nobody leaves a concert and hangs out outside. And like when you go to a concert and you go out to pee, it's deserted.
I know. So many people are walking around.
There's either people like peeing in the bathroom. They're all in the bathroom, right. if anything. And there's like 2 people getting a drink because everyone is wanting to see the concert.
You're paying all that money to see a show. Like you're gonna fucking watch it.
There was a full-on party outside the concert.
So many people milling around. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, Dad, we're missing the concert. So go back. What are you doing? Yeah, I didn't understand that. It was really long. Just like that whole portion.
Like, why is there so many people? Because, okay, like, let's say, like, he put, like 15 people. No, there was, like, it looked like they were getting ready to go to the concert.
Right.
In those hallways.
Yeah. Like, even the...
Like, the people weren't in. They were outside.
Yeah. Or, like, even when they went to buy the t-shirt, there were, like, 40 people trying to, like, clamor to get a shirt. I'd be like,
When you know everyone gets it before because nobody wants to miss the show.
Right. And, like, if you want your size
Also, was there, like, an intermission at some point?
Exactly. That's what I'm...
I'm sorry, if my...
confused.
If my artist is playing my song, the one that I want her to sing, or I want him to sing, and I'm outside, I start running.
Right.
And he was like, isn't this your song?
She's like, yeah,
and she
let's
was like,
go.
yeah. I'm like, where's the urgency?
Right.
I thought you were a super fan.
Exactly. She was like doing the choreography, like in the beginning with those other girls and like singing the songs on the way to the concert. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Another problem that I had.
Yeah.
Okay, my major issue was with the whole thing with like the FBI and the cops being at this concert. So, like, the whole thing is that the butcher, this serial killer who's been causing mayhem throughout Pittsburgh, that they figure out that he's gonna be at this concert. So Lady Raven, who I guess you could say is sort of like a Billie Eilish, or I don't know, like she's supposed to be super popular, like a Taylor Swift type thing. Whatever. Yeah.
None of the above. They try though.
Right.
You know, and I wonder if there's original songs too. They have to be, because she just kept going and going.
I'll actually tell you more about that later.
Oh, I looked her up. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, she is.
Because I was like, unbelievable. What is this?
Right. Well,
that's why I looked her up.
I mean, because that's the thing too, is like it's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter.
Yep.
And she is like a singer-songwriter. So he was like, oh, perfect, I can cast her in this movie. And it's like, okay, like, I
bet her own actual songs are way better than whatever she created for the movie.
I mean, there's probably supposed to be more pop, you know, because, like, look at the audience. But I don't know. I mean, like, it sounds like she is a good singer and everything. And obviously this was her first acting role. So you could tell. We could, okay, let me back up. There's so many things. I was going to say, though, like, with the police being there, they figure out...
Okay, the FBI.
Right. The butcher is going to this concert, but they don't know who they're looking for. Like, they have a
also,
vague
like,
profile.
You have a receipt, but you don't have any DNA from it. Or, like, fingerprints. You found a receipt.
Wouldn't it have, like credit card information? Because normally it has, like, the asterisks and then, like, the last four numbers.
It could have so many things. You could go to where the person... If there's a receipt, that means they use cash or a credit card. If they didn't use a credit card and they use cash, you can see where they bought it and you go.
Right.
And you're like, give me a description of the person that came at this time. Do you have a security camera?
Right. Because also we find out at the end that they found this receipt at, like, one of his houses for his victims.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't look up in a real estate registry, like taxes or whatever, where it's like, who owns this place? Unless he's using aliases.
Also, what was because wasn't the mom the one that kind of, like, reported him?
Yes. Yeah, she had, like...
It's like you...
Yeah, she, like, followed him.
You didn't think of, like... I don't know. It has so many gaps. You know, and you and I both love, like, thrillers, and, you know, like, trying to figure out who did it, and crime investigation. But, and you know why it upsets me? Because this is a good plot, in the way of, like, we gotta catch someone that's in a concert right now. Mm-hmm. That it should have been like, we just found out he's there, we gotta go get him.
Right.
You know, and we know who he is.
Yeah, like, the urgency for me was just not there. Like, I was never, oh my God, like, on the edge of my seat. Like, I was just like, I just watched it. I was just there. Like, one of the things that really made me mad too was, like, when he steals that guy's badge when he goes to get the t-shirt from him, right? So then he goes into a back room and the fucking FBI and SWAT team are having a little powwow. No one says to him, can I see your credentials? Who are you?
But also, like, nobody really acknowledges him either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who cares that he has a badge? Like, if you're looking for a man and you think he's so smart, you don't think that he's going to try to blend in? Like, fucking do your job.
It's so weird to me.
I didn't understand any of that. Like, he just kept getting away. And it's like, well, maybe if you actually really gave a shit and were questioning people like you should be, instead of harassing random dudes at this concert.
I also kept thinking, like, okay, so first they just kept talking about, like, the FBI, like, the lead, the old lady.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like, she's gonna solve this, you'll see. And I'm like, I'm sorry, the FBI, like, there's a scene where after, you know, the pop singer is done and they're, like, in backstage, and you hear him, you see him hearing her, the FBI lady, just describing every detail of what they're gonna do.
Because he gets the radio and he's listening. She's like, so he's going to be doing this and that, and he's like, oh, okay, that if he gets stopped, he's going to cause a scene. So he's like, okay, I won't cause a scene.
But and my thing is, when you have the FBI involved, that means everyone that's there knows this case. Or, you know, if you're in the FBI, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Talked about it before.
But this has been studied. They know what you're looking for, you know. Mm-hmm. And she was just, like, saying all these things. And I was like, this is, like, classified information. You're just, like, just saying it over the walkie-talkies, right. Like nothing.
He's going to be looking for an exit. He's going to be doing, like... Also, my thing is, like...
Well, that's a really good accent, Tracey.
Thank you. So...
That was beautiful.
Appreciate it. So, I mean, like, what was the point of him, like, keep bumping into that mom, too? Like, every 10 minutes when he would leave, and he'd bump into this lady, and then, oh, these girls, they need to get along, and he'd be like, you know, like, I'm trying to do something, so I need to, like, you need to leave. But I guess the whole point is that he's a good liar, right? He's manipulative, he can get away with things, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're showing all these things, like, with the t-shirt, that he can manipulate people and he's a good liar. So my question is, why didn't he just go out the front door? Like, what were these cops going to look for anyway?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Like, what would have given him away?
Nothing.
Exactly. So, like,
Nothing,
why was
because he can manipulate.
Right. So, like, what? Like, he didn't even know what they were looking for specifically when they were interrogating these guys. So, you're with your daughter. Like, that's a good enough cover. They didn't even say, oh, he's a family man or something like that, right? So... I'd use my daughter as an excuse and just be like, oh no, like I'm just here with my daughter. She's a big fan. I just don't understand. Just walk out the front door.
Oh, God. I
just didn't understand.
There's many things that I didn't understand. Like, him, the fact that there was a stage that would come right next to the people in the audience, mm-hmm. out of nowhere without any security, I was like, no.
Yeah.
And he just kept looking at it, and I'm like, stop staring. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Right.
He was just like for hours in the movie.
Yeah.
You know. Then also, there was something else that I was like, oh, this is how he's going to get caught at the house, which I think would have been, like, genius. It would have been better than her going on a live stream with his phone in the bathroom or whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this makes no sense. Does she have his phone and not hers?
I think that was her phone. Or Riley's phone.
I hope so,
she had
because
her
I
phone.
was like, this doesn't make any sense. But moving on from that, when they were at the house with the kids and the whole family,
Mm-hmm.
she never asked about the leukemia.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess at that point, it's like,
'Cause, like,
he already gave himself up. Like, he said, oh, you know who I am.
Oh, no, 100%. But if she says something like, to, like, get closer to the family, she could have said, like, how was the treatment? How is she doing now? Nobody ever talked about that. Ever.
Right.
Nobody talked to the kid about that, which I thought that's how he would. I thought somebody was going to come to the girl and was going to be like, we're so sorry you went through that. We're so glad you're okay now and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. She's going to be, what are you talking about? Leukemia. She's like, I don't have. Who said that? My dad.
Right.
Her dad. What? Oh my God, that's a lie. Why would you say that, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you start cornering him.
Sure.
But not through a life.
I guess, like, the only reason for that is because it was, like, the whole dream girl thing. You get invited on stage and you get to go backstage. And then he knew that backstage was, like, the only way to get out, that there wouldn't be security, which there ended up being anyway. And then I love that they were like, oh, these three are cleared. Were they? Was he? See, this one. Oh, boy.
And an artist as big as they portrayed her would have never just got into a limo with nobody else, like no other cars.
Right. Even just, like, one, like, security guy. One bodyguard. Or, like, her manager.
Especially after a concert.
Yeah.
Also, why was it daylight after that concert? Was that like a matinee?
So she said something like that she had, like, a sold-out show, and then she added this one, and it was an afternoon show. So, yeah, I guess it was a matinee. Never heard of that, but...
That seemed like 12 p.m.
I guess also the point is that she said that this whole excuse me, phlegm, that this whole concert, it was a ruse. It was a trap for him to come. So, like, she added this show specifically to target the butcher.
Yeah.
So I guess they made it in the afternoon because he kills at night. So
it's
he's
just
too
the
busy.
fact that they true, but also the fact that the FBI is willing to invest all of that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, why go through all of that?
This makes no sense.
Why go through all of that and they don't know who the butcher is?
But also, listen to this. This is a really big hole. They found a receipt for the concert, but then the concert was created for him. But then how did he buy the ticket?
Right, I know. Yeah, I was just thinking that as we were talking about that.
Wait. I'm trying to understand what they were trying to do there. Okay, wait. No, there has to be an explanation to this.
Unless I, like, misunderstood.
Because
she tells him,
no.
Right? Like, she says to him, the Lady Raven or whatever, she tells him, like, this whole thing was a trap to get you. Like, we set this concert up.
But then what was the ticket that they found? Because the concert was already set up.
It was...
If they found a ticket.
A receipt to the concert.
To the concert.
My head hurts.
Oh my God.
My head hurts. Ay, ay, ay.
What the fuck?
Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying. It's just like these things that, I mean, that's kind of big. It's not like a little detail. Like, that's a whole big plot point. And
But I also thought, I don't know if you thought this. When I saw that, I'm also so glad that in the trailer they didn't give you much.
yeah.
You know, I do appreciate that, because what I went for was, I thought it was going to be kind of like an action movie. That they are looking for him in the crowd. People don't know that. They know how he looks like. And he's just fucking hiding the whole time, running away.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like borderline constantly they were gonna catch him, but they wouldn't. That's where I thought it was gonna, like, that's what kind of movie I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, I from the trailer expected it to be more intense and just like high emotion the whole time, like, oh my god, and I never felt like that.
Yeah.
Like even when he had that guy locked up in the basement and he's showing her, like, if you make a noise, if you do anything, like, I press this button and he's gonna die. Like, even then I was like, sorry, guy.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But also, like,
and then she does a live stream.
Let's talk about,
and then they find him.
Yeah. And that scene in the car where I guess she starts talking to him like she's his mom.
I'm guessing that's what the FBI profiler, like, she must have sat her down and said, if by any chance this guy targets you, then, you know, this is how you'll react to him. Like, he's got mommy issues.
Okay. Let's say she did that. But what I'm talking about here is the performances.
Oh no, like, I'm sorry. It's like she's a good singer, but like her acting was not good at all. I mean, even when she's in the bathroom doing the live, I'd be fucking shaking. I'd be like, oh my god, you guys, please, you have to help. Like, crying. I'd be so scared. You got this guy who you know is a serial killer pounding on the door. I'd be shitting myself. And she's like, guys, I need your help. No urgency.
There was nothing. There was no... And, you know, I don't want to blame her because she's young.
Right.
She's new, you know. I'm going to blame her dad and be like, you needed to do... Either you're going to hire an acting coach for her to help her out through scenes like this, or you're going to hire somebody that's not your baby.
Right.
You know, hire somebody else.
Or
hire someone that is like an actual actor.
Or like go harder on her, because I feel like they could have done a couple takes and been like, that's great, honey. Okay, we're going to move on. Instead of like, okay, no, like, I need you to really do whatever.
I just still... that one didn't... I was like, yeah, whatever. It was the one in the car where she started talking to him. And I was like, oh my God, somebody kill me. I just like looked at Trey and I was like... And all I kept thinking, I was like, you know how many times I auditioned?
Yeah.
And I'm definitely not a Nepo baby, but still, you know.
And also, like, it didn't work on him anyway. He was like, I'm not falling for that shit. So, like, that FBI profiler, I don't know. Although she ended up getting him finally at the end, only because he got drugged.
Tracey. Also, this is a concert that they created after he bought the ticket for that concert. So
oh, man.
I just put that together like you while we were talking. I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any fucking sense. And then, you know, the mom with the kids, and I don't know if you felt that, but for me, like, even when the girl is on the live, the screaming wasn't like intense enough.
Yeah.
Outside either. It was like it wasn't crazy enough.
Right.
You know, like, there should have been screaming between the daughter and him nonstop. the mom, don't touch my kids, because like that's the type of serial killer he was.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Like, if you're chopping people off, you know?
Right. Well, I guess that's a whole thing, because, like, at the end, when he's like, I didn't want these two lives to intersect. Like, they weren't supposed to meet. So this is sort of, like, what's happening to him.
Yeah.
So, which also, I guess, kind of makes it push more towards, like, that's why he should be getting even more upset. Is, like, I didn't want them to know, and I have this girl who's gonna ruin everything. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't understand.
That was really bad.
So
That was really bad.
you really liked it?
No, and you know why I'm upset? Because I wanted to watch it.
I did too. I was like, this seems like an interesting concept. Let's see.
I know. I really thought it was going to be kind of like an action movie. Like him escaping the whole time.
Right.
One of those.
Well, especially
You
because
know,
I feel like M. Night Shyamalan is known for suspense. You know?
It's
Where
like,
you're like,
yeah, it's also like in my head, what from the trailer, I was like, somebody saw him there and called from the concert saying, this guy is here, and I saw that you guys, I saw the police department or something in the news that you've been looking for him.
Or I kind of wish, like, maybe the guy that he had tied up escapes. And he was able to call the police and be like,
Something.
this is what he looks like. And I don't know. Like a security, like they, I don't know, a security guard spots him in the crowd. And they're like, I think I found your guy.
And then that's the movie. Like,
Yeah.
they're looking for him, and he is looking around. He figures out that they're looking for him, and then it's like him just trying to escape getting arrested.
Right.
That's where I thought it was gonna be,
Right.
and then it wasn't.
Yeah. Like he literally could have walked out the front door.
I'm so disappointed. Yeah, and I'm also really disappointed in his performance. Oh my God.
I mean, for me, he had like a couple of moments where he was creepy, where you could see like just in his eyes, they looked dead. I'm not saying it was like Oscar worthy.
No. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but all I keep thinking, all I keep thinking is also like, listen, I was an actor. I never got a job. So what we learned is that they have something that we don't have.
Yeah.
Period. But it just felt like out of 10, he was giving 3.
Oh,
constantly.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, listen, when we watch other movies where it's like fucking Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men, like you want to talk about like the perfect textbook portrayal of a psychopath or sociopath.
Psychopath.
That is it, you know? So it's like, if you want to compare, oh no, like he looked like an actor who was trying to portray someone who was crazy and is a serial killer. He wasn't being a serial killer. Like, I totally understand.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, like, there was like once or twice where it was like just like a still of him being like creepy, and I was like, oh, that's creepy. But do I think it was a good performance? No.
And the thing is, even those moments that where he tried to, because I remember the moments that you're talking about, the other parts were so tainted already that I didn't appreciate any of the good parts, you know? And I always think of like, you know, we can't just leave it all to the actor. There's also a director that, you know, is making sure these moments come out of the actor too, you know? So it's just really, I'm so upset because I like him as a director, and like as a creator, I like him most. But it was just
boring.
really bad for me.
It was boring.
It was so boring. Also, the concert was long, and at some point I was like, can they stop playing?
Yeah.
I need to figure this out.
Yeah.
Like
he kept leaving.
or like take him out of the audience.
Right.
Yeah, just don't let him come back in.
Right. Every 2 seconds he was leaving. Like the first time he left to go to the bathroom and he just walked in the stall for 2 seconds to make sure the guy was still locked up. And then he left. Like it wasn't to like, I don't know, do anything else. It was just a lot of like leaving his poor daughter.
Which I don't think a dad would ever do that.
Well, especially if it like they portray him like being a good father and like having a good relationship with his daughter. So I know she's like, Dad's acting
She
weird.
Say, you're acting weird.
Right.
And nobody said to her in the concert, nobody said to her anything about having leukemia. Like I can't get over that.
It's
like they didn't even have to say it. They would have been like, we're so proud of you, you pushed through it. And she could have been like, what are they talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I see
just
what you mean.
creates
Right.
creates suspicions through it. Like, why is he acting weird? Why are these people saying these things? What do you tell them?
And then also like created tension now between the daughter and her father, that maybe she's starting to question him, because like maybe when they're like waiting for Lady Raven and the like woman comes up and is like you said, oh, I'm so glad you're feeling better and like you're in recovery, and then like her being like, what the fuck is she talking about, Dad? And like they're having an argument. And she gets upset, and they get in the limo, and it's like she's mad, like she can't even enjoy the experience because she's pissed at her dad about lying. I don't know.
But also, like, even like in the dressing room, can I talk to you in private for a second? What? If you're a pop artist as famous as her, you do not go with people on your own, people that you don't know, to that dressing room.
No, not at all. Also, he just, like, gave himself up. I just don't understand that. Like, I just am so baffled. Because to me, the way that he was portraying it, this is the type of guy who's not going to admit, I'm the butcher, I guess you found me.
You guys been looking for me, huh? Yeah, because you bought a ticket for a concert that we hadn't created yet.
Oh my gosh. I like just want to go back and like watch that to see if like I'm missing something, if they misunderstand something, or if they really fucked up, because they big.
Fucked up bad. They said we did this whole thing for you,
right?
But they already had the ticket because they knew he was gonna be there,
right? Because like if they already had the concert set up, how would they know that he would buy a ticket? They wouldn't. Because they don't even know who they're looking for. That's my thing, is like the FBI profiler who's caught all these killers. She's like, oh, well, he's white between the ages of 10 and 90, and he has a body, and like so fucking generic.
And he looks like every dad in this stadium.
Right. Like, I feel that they would have had a better idea of, he is married and he has a position of authority, because, like, he was a firefighter, right? So it's like when he goes and he's helping that girl, and you're not telling me that, like, a cop would be backstage seeing this and being like, who's this guy helping her?
It could have gone so many other ways, too. Like, they could have said... they could have made an announcement, and then the only person that knows is the daughter. And she's like, in her head, she's like, they're describing my dad.
Yeah. And
then create this, like, moment, and he's just trying to be, like convincing that it's not him.
Right.
And then she has to find a way to give him up. It could have gone so many different ways. This was not the way that I was expecting it to go. And also, I really thought the concert moment was going to be just 5 minutes of the movie, and it was the whole movie.
It was like 2/3 of it, and then they go back to his house, and then that's another thing too. She gets in the limo, and then knock, knock, knock. Oh, the chief told me I gotta take her, and the fucking limo driver, chauffeur, gets out. Bruh, what? And then, of course, we knew that it was Josh Hartnett dressed up in the SWAT outfit, and he like escaped, with some like tunnel that he dug in his own house. Like, he just kept getting away too. Like, when he locks her, the handcuffs, and then she's able to like roll down the window and be like, help. And then she gets away.
Not help.
Right. Help. I'm trapped. And then, so stupid. And then he gets out, and then how did he like prop up the helmet? And unless it was like the FBI profiler knew that he would try every scenario to get away just to come back to the house, and then that was the setup. Because then they drug him, they drug the pie.
We will never know.
I know. And also I'm like, do I really want to take the time to assess it? Does it matter? At the end of the day. Because either way, I'm still not going to like it.
Exactly. Also, the ticket was the plot of the movie, and they ruined that too. So...
I need to go back.
That's the biggest mistake.
Yeah, my head hurts. I need to go back and be like,
I have so many questions. Well, it had potential to be, I want to say, it's not, I don't even know how to like clean it up in that sense. Like it could have gone so many different ways that were better than the way that it went for. And I hope it serves as inspiration for other storytellers, to find a way to like say something like that, or write something like this. Because I did not think this was how the movie was gonna go, how the story was gonna go. Mm-hmm. So I give it 2 thumbs down.
Yeah, I thought it was
like
pretty
big time
lackluster. I thought it was boring.
Yeah. I can tell you.
Do you want my fun facts?
Do you have fun facts?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I'm ready to hear the fun facts.
Okay. It's not too many, but I have a few. All right. So M. Night Shyamalan said in an interview that the plot was inspired by the Washington, D.C. Operation Flagship. So it was a sting operation that happened on December 15th, 1985, which was organized by the U.S. Marshal Service and the Metropolitan Police to lure wanted fugitives to the Washington Convention Center under the pretense of free tickets. It resulted in 101 arrests, one of the largest and most successful mass arrests of fugitives by U.S. law enforcement.
Okay.
So he did have, inspiration for it.
Yeah.
But...
again, there was an idea that could have... it's just so hard for me because I know when... I'm sure when they write these stories, they give it to friends or peers. It's like, hey, let me know what you think about this. And I don't know him as a person, so I don't know if people would be like, I don't want to give feedback.
Yeah.
Or that he that he got feedback and like other ways to take the story to, and he dismissed them. So I have no idea. It's just really hard for me to understand that a lot of people read this and said, yes, this is a go.
Yeah, I don't know what
that's like my only thing. I don't know what the process is like. I don't know him as a person when it comes to that. Like, some people don't even ask for opinions. They're like, I believe in my project. This is it. We're doing it. You know, he has the money to do that. But holy shit, that was not good.
Yeah. Also, I think it was basically like a big opportunity for his daughter to showcase her talents. So he was like, let me write a movie where my daughter can sing.
Another way could have gone, like, he gets caught and she's right next to him, so he kidnaps her.
That's what I thought. He was going to hold her hostage.
Takes the car. Yeah, like something like that.
Like, she's going to be my next victim.
Take me home to my children. To my wife and son.
You know what, Riley? I would really love to see your house. I mean, like, okay, that was smart in the sense now it's like she's knows,
so pretty too.
She's really pretty. Where like she knows where he lives, so I'd be like, okay, make a little note. I wouldn't have gone inside. I would have just called the fucking police. I don't know. So many things.
Like, I'm sure she shares her location with people too.
Yeah, seriously. I don't know.
Or like her security team, whatever. Nobody knows where the limo is. Where's the driver? Has anybody called him?
I don't know. Okay. While being distributed by a major studio, which was Warner Brothers, Trap was allowed to resume filming under an interim agreement during the SAG-AFTRA strike as M. Night Shyamalan independently finances his own films. So also because of this, I thought this was kind of interesting, that they use iPhones in the movie, which deviates from the...
Oh, they filmed it all with...
So it deviates from the rules that Apple tries to enforce, where villains aren't allowed to use their devices.
Oh, okay.
But because he finances his own films, he can, I guess, do whatever the fuck he wants.
He can do it.
So that's kind of interesting.
I did not know that was a thing either.
I didn't know that, but... For conversational scenes in which actors would look into the camera lens, M. Night Shyamalan attached a one-way mirror to the lens that would reflect off another mirror and allow the actor in close-up to see the other actor.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When M. Night Shyamalan was figuring out who he wanted to cast in the lead, Josh Hartnett went to Ireland during production of The Watchers, and he had lunch with him. So they talked about Oppenheimer and Black Mirror, because Josh Hartnett was in an episode, and just like living in Hollywood. And when they talked about being fathers, and they each have 3 daughters, M. Night said that he knew that Hartnett would be perfect for the role. So they bonded. How sweet.
Wow. Besties.
BFFs. Okay. Songs in the film were performed on stage as if it were a real concert. Cora Cazares was the choreographer, and they had a videographer who recorded onstage material and projected it onto the stadium screens in real time. The shoot involved thousands of extras who were not told what the film was about, but received Saleka Shyamalan's music beforehand to be able to sing along. Josh Hartnett recalled multiple extras consoling him because they thought he was nervous and were unaware of the character he was playing. Because, he always is like looking around. So I guess they were like, "You okay?"
Oh my God.
A full album entitled Lady Raven was released as the official soundtrack to the movie, featuring the songs heard in the singer's concert. They were all composed by Saleka Shyamalan. Also going along with this, as M. Night Shyamalan was writing the script, his daughter composed 14 songs for the film designed to match the action on screen. So I'm assuming they were working together. So her songs, I think they were trying to like grasp the tone or like what was happening in that moment.
Yeah.
The script for the movie was finished in 5.5 months. Definitely feels like it. And my last one. So Haley Mills, who plays Dr. Josephine Grant, the FBI profiler, she's trying to catch a serial killer who has a double life as a devoted father and family man. Mills, who was a former child actress famously known for playing a double role as the identical sister in The Parent Trap, the original in 1961. I knew she looked familiar.
Holy
so that's her.
shit.
So her casting and the title of the movie itself are both references to the 1961 film, since the character of Josephine Grant in this movie is attempting an elaborate scheme to catch a criminal who is also a father. She is, in fact, trying to execute a parent trap.
Oh my god. That is a fun fact that I really don't care about because the movie was not good.
I know, all of this is like...
If the movie was good, I would have been like, oh my god, wow, that's so cool. But now I'm like,
I know.
I don't care.
No cool fact is going to save how bad this was.
The movie. Yeah, it's not.
It's a shame.
Well,
I
wanted to like...
interested. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. I know. I just keep thinking many ways it could have gone. And I'm like, I just can't believe this was like an actual choice. And be like, this is it. And nobody second guessed the ticket. I can't get over that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Head scratcher.
Please. If we are incorrect about, the whole thing about the ticket, please email us. Please comment on our social media and let us know.
Honestly,
let us know that we're wrong.
I would love to be wrong in this instance. I would love for someone to say, actually, this is what happened. Okay, thank you. Because right now, I'm convinced
That'd be great.
that we're right. And they just like
Me too.
totally fucked us up.
Yeah, big time. Okay, so Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 58, which in my opinion is a little too high.
Yeah.
And then the people gave it 65, which is extremely high. Yeah. But these are also the same people that loved Roadhouse, so and Hitman. So.
That's true. People with
don't
shitty
forget.
opinions are voting on Rotten Tomatoes, I guess.
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to read you a couple of reviews that I had seen. And I'm going to give you one that is like... I'm going to give you good ones and bad ones. So this one is... It's a problem when you rule at ideas and stink at stories. That's one of them. This one said, Trap is a phenomenal filmed psychological thriller that's equal parts tragic character study, concert film, and inverse detective story, neatly rolled into a fantastic joint. No, honey, that's not good.
Maybe they smoked a joint before they watched this.
Probably. Oh my God, listen to this one. As a thriller, it's a 2. As a comedy, it's a 4. A 3-star Shyamalan for the ages. Oh, God. A top critic. Are you ready? Oh God, I'm going to mess up so many of these words. While Shyamalan has an eye for a Hitchcockian aha moment and a great sense of suspense, he stretches willing suspension of disbelief just a little too far, making Trap more of an acting showcase than a thriller masterclass. That's true. And then I'll give you a good one to finish those reviews on a good note. Trap is an entertaining thriller with Josh Hartnett truly carrying this one the entire way through. On a script and screenplay level, some of it works, some of it didn't. But one thing about Shyamalan, to his credit, he throws the kitchen sink every time. I do not understand what the kitchen sink means, but
I guess he just like throws everything in there.
Yeah,
Which
I guess.
maybe that's not the best thing. It's called editing, you know? It's like, who was it? Coco Chanel. She was like, when you get dressed, like, you know, you do all your accessories and you get ready and then you just remove one thing and then it's perfect.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe with the writing, you could have just taken something out or switched something up and maybe it would have been a little bit better.
Oh, God, many things would have been better. Oh, so many ways. So many choices that could have been made better. Casting, writing, directing. Ooh. Okay, so as you can hear, we do not recommend this film. We agree with some of the top critics on Rotten Tomatoes. I cannot wait for us to be like top critics on Rotten Tomatoes.
Actually, that
God,
last
that's
one
gonna
that
be
you
great.
read, I wrote that.
Oh, there you go. Tracy said it the best. That was actually the best way to describe it. I also want to say that, you know, this does not discredit any of the work that he has done before.
He's got good movies.
Now that I think about it, he's got really good movies. And now that I think about it, it did feel like a showcase for his daughter. You know, if you think about it, if you like really, you know, let me do this for her, you know, and it still fell flat, and that's not, I don't think that's on her. I think if you're going to do that, you have the resources to get really good actors to coach her, really good acting coaches, you know, and get someone else to direct this, because it might be hard directing your own kid.
Right. Which, because when you think about it, it's like Ron Howard has worked with his daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard. And like, she's fucking amazing. So, I mean, I think it is possible.
But she's also amazing.
Yeah, but
she's a really good
I feel like...
And she's not a singer, you know?
Right. But I feel like Ron Howard, it wouldn't matter that that's his daughter. That he would tell her like I need this from you, because it's about the work, not her, like I don't want to hurt your feelings, like, you know. Where I feel like M. Night was probably a little easier on her, you know.
Probably.
I don't know.
And again, we'll never know because we don't know these people on a personal level. But yeah, I guess that's it for today, man.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of bad movies until we did like Woman of the Hour.
Right, I know. That was like a fresh of breath air. Where I was like, oh my gosh, this is good.
We might have to do like a documentary for next week.
That's what I was thinking.
Those never fail.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And we haven't done one in a while, so
it's true. We
haven't.
haven't.
It might be time. And there's like a bunch that have been coming out. Oh, actually, I think I might have an idea, but.
Oh, yay. Okay, good. I'm glad you figured this out live.
I had an epiphany.
Okay. So, I love that. So, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. Write, review, and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all the social medias, even on TikTok. We are on TikTok. And that's pretty much it. You want to say anything else, T-Wong?
Thanks as always. We appreciate it.
Thank you. If there's anything you want us to judge or review, criticize. Let us know. We are game. Yeah?
We'll put ourselves through it. Take one for the team.
Yes, just for you guys. Okay, thank you so much for listening.
Till next time. Bye.
Bye.